Hello, I'm Adriana Rosati, and this is Asian Movie Pulse Bad Accent Reviews. Today, I'm going to talk about Murakami's adaptation Blind Willow Sleeping Woman by director Pierre Földes. There have been many attempts to adapt the famous Japanese writer Murakami's novels and short stories into live action films. To mention some, Tony Takitani, Norwegian Wood, Hanalei Bay, Burning by Korean director Lee Cham-dong, maybe my favorite, and the most recent Drive My Car by Hamaguchi. Um, and the outcomes have always been a bit of a mixed bag. Their success, in my opinion, is often inversely proportional to the adherence to the original source material. Murakami's rich universe that fluctuate between magical realism, mundanity, and straight-out surrealism makes visual representation a very, very difficult enterprise. For his ambitious debut, Blind Willow's Sleeping Woman, composer, screenwriter, and animator Pierre Földes draws inspiration from several Murakami short stories to create his own tale about how trauma can open the doors of perception. The film is an international co-production that involves France, Holland, Luxembourg, Canada, and so far has won the jury distinction in the Best Feature Film category of the prestigious Annecy International Animated Film Festival 2022, and is still doing the festival tour. Fall places the story in Tokyo in 2011, a few days after the earthquake caused by a tsunami that ravaged the city of Tokyo. And the narration starts with the crisis of a couple, Kyoko and Komura. The young woman Kyoko is very, very shaken by the earthquake and seems to be in a catatonic state in front of the telly, watching the news, reporting the devastation of the land. She seems to be immersed in her own bubble and completely ignores her partner Komura trying to connect with her until suddenly she decides to move out. One day the Komura is at work, she just leaves, leaving only a brief note for Komura. One sentence of this note says, living with you is like living with a chunk of air, and this really hits hard Komura's self-esteem and leaves the young man reconsidering his life and his work. At the same time, in the loan department at the Tokyo Security Trust Bank, Komura's colleague Katagiri is struggling as well. This gentle and plump 40 something single man has been taken advantage of both at work and in his private life because of his gentle heart and his passive disposition. However, while the country is still dealing with the recent tragedy, their lives take an unexpected turn that offer them a glimpse into a parallel world of opportunities. Komura is given some days off work to rest and reflect about his career, and at the same time is offered a free trip in exchange of a small favor he needs to deliver a mysterious package to someone waiting for him in Hokkaido. On the other hand, Katagiri receives a visit from a gigantic frog who enrolls the man in a secret mission and appoints him to the unlikely role of paladin against Worm, an evil creature sleeping underground below Tokyo that is getting angrier and angrier and is bound to cause an even greater destruction in the immediate future. Director Falls has created the script for his film Blind Willow Sleeping Woman, patiently and lovingly pasting together a seamless collage of Murakami's short story from the titular collection book. And plus more beats than many will recognize some memorable parts from the Wind Up Bird Chronicle. And his stitching work certainly highlights that in many Murakami's novels and short story, the first person narrator often feels as if it's just one side of the same character, and this probably helped a lot in this stitching operation. However, it can be underestimated the remarkable job that's been done here with the script. The narrative on purpose doesn't follow a traditional scheme. It proceeds in parallel threads, like often happens in Murakami, jumping from Komura to Katagiri in alternating chapters. And it's free flowing, a bit like a jazz session. Threads are left open and stories are incomplete, and the storytelling is enriched with dreams, memories, frustrating relationships, lost cards, supernatural and mundane. And as a result, it goes straight to hit the imaginative and the emotional sphere of the viewer rather than the logic one. The visual aspect is rather original too, and it really conveys a Murakami-esque atmosphere. Folds utilize a technique that is similar to the rotoscope, where live action actors have been used as a reference for the animation and the creation of the characters, and then are placed over a storyboard that's been created by the director. The movements in this way are fluid and a bit dreamlike, and the use of transparency in the props and the secondary characters make very easy to follow the prominent action and very engaging. The stylistic choice here is line art, thin lines that defines the fields, and the wide usage of white lines instead of dark lines and transparent colors is particularly give a particular elegant touch and gives an incredible depth and texture to the settings. The color palette also is very unconventional and full of character. Less is more seems to be the case here, because they use a limited selection in the changing scenes instead of the full range of colors. In conclusion, I think the Folds definitely succeeded in creating a film that is at the same time captivating and also a loving homage, a love letter to his muse Murakami. And the film is bound to please both Murakami's fans and neophytes, and in general all the lovers of cinema and good animation. And this is it for now. That was Asian Movie Pulse Bad Accent reviews of Blind Willow Sleeping Woman. If you like the review, please subscribe to our channel. And for now, bye bye.